Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball 82 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Indians today is Rick Waits, whose record is 0-2 with a 5.59 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Tom Filer, whose record is 2-0 with a 3.18 ERA. Okay, so yesterday, a really busy day. We took a loss, 9-4, against the Orioles. It snapped our 5-game winning streak. Jerry Uger couldn't even get through 3 innings. It was a pitiful performance. We had some bullpen snafus as well. But more importantly, we had our June draft yesterday. And then after the draft, and after we were all done, I went ahead and advanced to today's game. And there was a big trade yesterday. So we're going to just quickly recap. Let's go to transactions. Let's take a look. We're going to go right to the top here. And we're going to start with the trade of the day yesterday. Brian Doyle, our nemesis shortstop on the Yankees, was traded to Montreal for starting pitcher Scott Sanderson. Sanderson now on the Yankees. He was 8-4. ERA was kind of high. He moves right into the number 4 spot. That is a devastating rotation now with the 2 young pitchers. Milt Wilcox is on there and Ron Guidry. So we are going to have our hands full with the Yankee rotation. What benefited the Expos is that they were in negative cash, which allowed them, which forced them to not be able to re-sign any of their free agents from last year. And so the Yankees kicked in $645,000, which pulled them out of the negative amount. And now they, could probably survive the rest of the season. So they basically traded Scott Sanderson for a backup shortstop and a ton of money. So here is the draft picks from yesterday. We're just going to do the first round, and then we'll move on. Barry Bonds, overall, number 1 pick for Philadelphia, as he should have been. That's a great call by Philadelphia. I'm curious to see where how long it'll take for him to get to the majors. Brett Saberhagen goes to Kansas City. He was a Royal, so that makes sense. Thomas Howard, Mark Grace to Seattle. Going down quickly, Jay Buhner to the Cubbies, Rafi Palmeiro to the Dodgers, and then you'll see Alan Anderson goes to Baltimore. And then this gets stuck in here, but the injuries from yesterday got sandwiched in here somehow. Mike Boddicker, after pitching against Detroit, broke his wrist. So he won the game yesterday against us, and then he broke his wrist, and he's done for the year. So, and they just traded away Mike Flanagan. So Baltimore is really in trouble with the rotation. And Jim Gantner on St. Louis got injured. And then to wrap up the rest of the first round, we picked Barry Larkin. Doc Gooden was available, but we did not take him. We went to the shortstop as we need batters to fill out our minor league system. Kevin Tapani goes to the Yankees. Will the Thrill goes to the Cardinals. Greg Hubbard goes to Boston, and Jeff Manto goes to Houston to wrap up the first round. If we just go to draft picks, Detroit, you can see all of our picks there. We went Barry Larkin, Roberto Kelly to center field. That would be helpful. We took a chance on Terry Taylor. He has a fastball at 93 miles an hour. Not great statistics, ratings, but maybe in our minors he can straighten out his wildness and maybe give us a little something in the future. Craig Wilson at third base. We picked Mike McFarland as a catcher. And then for our final pick in the 6th round, we picked Joe Skalski, who also has a pretty good fastball despite terrible ratings. And again, we'll just kind of see if he can maybe turn into a strikeout pitcher for us. sometime in the future. So there you go. Let's go ahead and get to today's game. We have the robot race in the 7th inning stretch. We have James K versus Tony A today. So another heavyweight battle. We have today and tomorrow. We'll wrap up the first round of the robot race, and then we're going to get right into the second round. So Tom Filer pitching for Detroit today, our number 5 starter. He's 2-0 in his 2 starts. Only 3 Ks, not a strikeout pitcher. All of the bullpen is available. Here's our lineup versus the lefty. Rick Waits, another lefty. We have a Mickey Hatcher back in there. Trammell. We have a Guy Sularz at third as Mickey Hatcher goes to the DH role, and Mark Wagner at short while Trammell goes to first. So you can see the people on the bench there. Okay, so the Indians lineup for today goes like this. Batting leadoff, playing second base is Kevin Rhomberg. Batting second, playing first base is Karl Pagel. Batting third in center field is Von Hayes. Batting cleanup in right field is Dan Pasqua. Batting fifth and catching is Beau Diaz. Batting sixth in left field is Jerry Turner. Batting seventh and DHing is Jerry Royster. Batting eighth at third base is Tommy Brookens. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Jerry Dybzinski. Okay, Tom Filer, our pitcher today. We'll spotlight him real quick here. Making his third start this season, 2-0. His first start was great. 6 innings, no runs. Not so hot last time out versus Milwaukee. Going 5 1/3, giving up 4 runs on 8 hits. No strikeouts with 2 walks. So a bad performance. Let's see if he can turn that around today. You take a look at his overall numbers last year. He was so good for us in relief in September that I was hoping he'd make the roster out of spring training, but he just didn't put it together. There is the Tigers' defensive alignment for today. We got Sularz at third and Wagner at short, so a couple different defensive situations there. And Kevin Rhomberg leading off. Also, we have Lou Whitaker going for his 5th straight game with a home run today. So he's had 5 home runs in 4 games. That's the other thing that's going on. All right, here's Kevin Rhomberg leading off against Tom Filer. Rhomberg sends it to center field. Dawson makes the play. 1 down. Here's Karl Pagel. Pagel hits a grounder to third, and Sularz tosses him out. 2 down. Next up is Von Hayes. Von Hayes finally in the 3rd spot. Remember, he was batting 9th for so long. Finally, the Indians got smart, moved him up to the 3 hole. And Hayes flips it into left center field. Is that falling for a hit? No, it looks like Henderson in left will make the play. And a 1-2-3 inning for Tom Filer. We go to the bottom of the 1st. Here is the Tigers lineup rundown today against Rick Waits, who's a lefty. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second in left field is Rickey Henderson. Batting third and DHing is Mickey Hatcher. Batting cleanup and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting 5th at first base is Alan Trammell. Batting 6th in center field is Andre Dawson. Batting 7th, playing right field, is Kevin Bass. Batting 8th at third base is Guy Sularz. And finally, batting 9th, playing shortstop today, is Mark Wagner. Rick Waits thrust into the starting role this season. Taking a look at him here, he's making his 3rd start in the season, 0-2 with that 5.59 ERA. Hasn't made a start until this season since we've done the simulation. You can see he's only pitched 24 innings per season, and that's because Len Barker is injured. He does come back tomorrow. I don't know if he's going to be the starting pitcher, but he will be available tomorrow. And they also have a couple other starters that are out. So Rick Waite's only 30 years old, doesn't have a good fastball. It tops out at 88. Fastball is rated in 82. He's got 3 other pitches. All of them are below average. His overall rating is a 79. Probably can throw 90 to 100 pitches max if he's having a good day. There's the defensive alignment for the Indians. Anything of note other than Beau Diaz behind the plate instead of the Bandalorian, Chris Bando. Otherwise, their lineup is pretty much what we've come to expect. And here's Sweet Lou leading off. He does hit lefties well, and he does have 5 home runs in the last 4 games. 4 games in a row he's hit a home run. And he strikes out to start off today's game for the Tigers. So 1 down. Here's Rickey Henderson. And Henderson hits a line drive right at Rhomberg. 2 down. It's going to bring up Mickey Hatcher. Hatcher had the day off the last game and then had the day off yesterday. So hopefully he comes back strong as he flies out to left field. You go to the top of the second. Here's Dan Pasqua batting 187 in the cleanup role. Oh, crap. He crushed it to center field, 479 feet. That's got to be one of the deepest home runs this season. His 5th on the year. It's 1-0 Cleveland. Next up is Beau Diaz. Striking out looking. It's more strikeouts for Filer today than he did in the last start. 1 down. Jerry Turner up next. Hits a ground ball that gets past Trammell at first. And that's the second hit on the day for the Indians. Turner on first for Jerry Royster. Royster filled in at third when Brookens was injured. Now he's DHing as he strikes out looking. 2 down. And here's Tom Brookens. Look at this, leading the Indians in home runs this year with 8. So 2 outs. Runner on first. Here's Tommy. And Tommy strikes out. Nicely done as Filer strikes out the side after giving up the home run to Pasqua. We go to the bottom of the second. Here's Lance Parrish leading off against Rick Waits. And he crushes it to left. Right at the left fielder, Turner, 1 down. Trammell up next. A grounder to third. And an error by Brookens. There we go. Brookens helping us out. He owes us a lot from the days he caused so many errors for us. So we've got Trammell on first. Stolen base, 64% with the lefty on the mound. So we're not going to risk it. We're going to let Dawson swing away. What else can we do? He's got nothing going for him. He hits it out to left center field. Almost exactly between the left fielder and the center fielder. Caught by Turner from the second out. And here's Kevin Bass. Bass walks. That might be the first walk on this season for Bass. First and second now. 2 down for Guy Sularz. Sularz only has 1 hit so far in Tiger uniform. But he's played some pretty flawless third base as he grounds it to short. And that's the 3rd out. So we're going to the top of the 3rd. Tigers strand 2. 1-0 Cleveland. Here's the dibber. Jerry Dybzinski leading off, and he flips it to right for a base hit. Leadoff man is on. Dibby, he's got some decent speed. Kevin Rhomberg up next. We're going to pull the 3rd baseman in case Rhomberg wants to lay down a bunt. And a wild pitch by Filer. Moves Dybzinski to second. Oh, man. I don't want it to be one of those games. Rhomberg hits a grounder to third. Sularz guns him down. Dybzinski holds at second. 1 down now for Karl Pagel. Pagel strikes out, 4 Ks for Filer. 2 down now for Von Hayes. I almost want to potentially walk him. I just feel like something bad's going to happen. He strikes out on a pitch that was a foot outside. 5 Ks for Filer. Other than the home run by Pasqua, he's pitched pretty well today. So here's our lefty all-star. If there was an all-star team against left-handers, Mark Wagner would be on it, batting .435 versus left-handers. And another base hit into center field. Who is Wagner? I mean, he's in a free agent year, so maybe he's playing for a paycheck. I mean, we can't justify giving him any money after this year, but he's batting .450. Okay, we're going to hit and run with Sweet Lou. We need a home run, though. That'd be awesome. And there's a base hit to left. Lou comes through. His batting average will be over 280 now. No, we're not going to risk it. We got the first 2 guys on, and we have 2, 3, and 4 coming up. Okay, so first and second, nobody out. Here's Rickey Henderson. Henderson batting .283 versus left-handers. And he hits a weak ground ball to second. They can't turn 2. Everybody was moving, so Henderson's out at first. It's going to be up to our boy Mickey Hatcher to get the tying run in. We're asking for a sac fly, preferably to left field. Oh, a ground ball to short, and Wagner will tie it up. Good job by Hatcher getting the ball in play. We'll give him an RBI. And it's 1-1 now, as Lance Parrish steps in and pops it up to short. Dibber makes the play. Tigers tie it up, but I can't help feel like we wasted an opportunity there. We go to the top of the 4th. Here's Dan Pasqua. He hit a huge dong his first time up, and Father wants nothing to do with him, walks him on 4 straight pitches. Let's see if we can get a double play out of Beau Diaz. Struck out the first time, strikes out the second time. 6 Ks for Tom Filer. 1 down, runner on first now, Jerry Turner. He had a base hit first time up. Sharp grounder to Sularz, and they go around the horn. 5-4-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We've got Trammell, Dawson, and Bass due up. Trammell shoots it to right field on a line. Caught by Pasqua, 1 down. Dawson up next. Oh, he gets drilled in the knee. Well, at least he got on base. That's something new. Okay, we're gonna hit and run with Kevin Bass. He does that well. He manages to get a piece of it on an inside pitch. Back to Waits, who tosses it to first. There's 2 down. Dawson on second. In scoring position for Sularz. Sularz is due. Not this time. Ground ball to second. And another scoreless inning for the Tigers. We go to the top of the 5th. Tom Filer at 63 pitches. And 7, 8, and 9 are due up, all righties. Royster leads off and strikes out 7 Ks for Filer. The record this year by a Tiger is 11 by Jack Morris. And Filer's, the way he's going, he's in range. Tom Brookens, weak ground ball to short, 2 down. Here's the light-hitting Dybzinski. And he hits a grounder to Whitaker. Whitaker tosses him out. A good 1-2-3 inning for Filer. He gets through 5. We go to the bottom of the 5th with Mark Wagner leading off. Wags 1 for 1. Batting .450 on the season. Oh, he finally strikes out looking. 2nd K for Waits. Lou Whitaker, 3rd opportunity to keep his home run streak alive. And his 2nd strikeout. So a base hit and 2 Ks now for Whitaker. 2 down. Here's Rickey. And Rickey crushes it. Get out, Rickey. Get out. No, it's going to fall way short. 403 feet. I thought he got I don't know. I thought he got a big chunk of it there, but fell short. We go to the top of the 6th. Still tied at 1. We have a righty and then a bunch of lefties due up. So this is where we start playing it by ear with Tom Filer. Rhomberg leads off. 8th strikeout. Wow. This is impressive. Now we have some power coming up. Pagel, Hayes, and Pasqua. Striking out. Karl Pagel. Who is this guy? 9 Ks now for Tom Filer. Can he get through Von Hayes? 0-2 count. Oh, he got a piece of it, nubbed it. Right back to Filer. And Filer tosses him out. Great job. Only 5 total hits between the two teams today. A pair of unlikely Cy Young type pitchers today. There we go. Hatcher makes it right with a base hit. Runner on first. Let's go ahead and pull up the in-game stats. Player of the game so far. Not a lot to say here, but maybe Hatcher with that hit and knocked in the Tigers' only run on the ground ball. So, I mean, maybe. Okay, so here's Parrish. He's 0 for 2 today. He does hit lefties well. I'm not sure what the deal is. There's a base hit in the center field. Will Hatcher go to third? He does, all on his own. First and third for Trammell. We're going to go on contact. And we're going to let Trammell swing away. This could be a double play, but either way, we'll take a run. Hey, Hatcher should score. He does. Good job by Trammell. And they did not turn the double play. Tigers take the lead 2-1. Here's Dawson. Trammell on first, and Dawson's up a creek as he strikes out. 4 Ks for Waits. Man, I really want to steal with Trammell, but I don't trust it. We're going to let Bass take some cuts. And he walks for the second time today. Let's just take a look. I think those are his two. Yeah, those are his first 2 walks on the season in his career, technically. I thought that was true, but just wanted to check. Now we have Sularz up. And we have to let him bat because Hatcher, our other third baseman, is DHing, so we can't sub him over there. So 2 down. Big spot for Sularz. Hasn't really earned his Tiger stripes yet as he grounds out to third. Waits was listed as tired as he closed out the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. We got 2 lefties due up. And we're going to take out Filer. He pitched 6 innings, giving up 3 hits and a walk, 1 run, and 9 Ks. So a successful outing for Filer. And we're going to bring in Cappy. He's the only lefty that gets lefties out on our team. Just to prove my point, lefties are batting 184 against him. Only 9 hits so far this season. He's got to get Pasqua, who does not have a hit against the left-hander. And Turner is batting third, who's also a lefty. All right, here we go. Top of the 7th, 2-1 Detroit. And he walks Pasqua. Now Beau Diaz is up. Diaz doesn't do so well versus right-hander. Strikes him out. There we go, 1 down. Jerry Turner up, 235 hitter versus left-handers. Let's get a ground ball here. There we go. Ground ball to short. Can Wagner turn 2? He does. Good job. Tigers get through 7. We go to the bottom half. Rick Waits still in the game at 94 pitches. We got Wagner, Sweet Lou, and Henderson. Here's Wagner. Yeah, gets some pretty good wood on it. Sends a fly ball into left field. 1 for 3 now, Wagner is. And here's Lou. This might be his last chance to pump one into the bleachers. And he hits a grounder to second. Not today, it looks like. 2 down. Here's Rickey. And Rickey gets a base hitting to left. Now, do we run with Rickey? I know everyone out there is saying go for it. 72% chance. If they had taken him out and brought in a right-hander, I probably would say yes. But we know Hatcher's a solid hitter. We're going to let him swing away. There we go. Base hit to center field. Henderson will take third. And that'll do it. Oh, but they're bringing in Don Cooper. This guy should be going to the All-Star game. I was looking at him before the game today. Take a look at this, folks. 0.43 batting average versus righties. 190 versus lefties. The only run that he's given up all year was a home run to a Detroit Tiger, and I forget who it was now. But opponents are batting 114 against him, an 0.36 ERA. And if you look at the log, you'll see it was a 2-run home run. One was unearned. And so that is the only earned run he gave up all year. So, first and third for Parrish. Parrish bats 294 versus righties. And he strikes out. So Cooper gets the job done, as he has been all year. He might be the team MVP for the Indians. We go to the top of the 8th. Cappy got out of it after giving up that leadoff walk. We're going to Roger Weaver, and then I'm thinking about Rucker for the lefties to close the game out. So we're bringing in Weaver here in the 8th inning, and you can see he's been pretty solid. 2.42 ERA in his last 20 appearances. 203 overall. Opponents are batting 188, and he's got more Ks than walks. And that is maybe an omen. Who knows? Let's see what happens here. Jerry Royster leading off, and a base hit down the left field line. He holds it first as Henderson gets it back in quickly. And here's Tom Brookens. Now, you know Tom Brookens wants to send it deep. Oh, Royster was stealing on that play. He's thrown out by Parrish. That must have been a missed hit and run for Brookens or something. That is way too risky with your number 7 hitter. And then Brookens strikes out. Nicely done by Weaver. 2 down. Here's the Dibber. And Dibber hits a ground ball to Wags. And there's the 3rd out. Good job by Weaver. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We have Trammell, Dawson, and Bass up. And quite possibly, with a couple base hits, we can get back to Whitaker. Here's Trammell leading off and striking out. Cooper is impossible right now. Andre Dawson, ground ball to 3rd, takes another 0-for on the day. 0 for 3 with that hit by pitch. It's going to be up to Kevin Bass to keep it going. Nope. Grounder to short, and that'll do it. Okay, we go to the 9th inning. We're going to bring in our defensive outfielder, Eddie Miller, to play right field. There we go. So a slight improvement in right. Our only weakness is still at short. And we're going to bring in the closer, Dave Rucker. I hope he doesn't ruck around because we need to get this game over. He's going for his 10th save. 3-2 with a 1.73 ERA. Opponents are betting 2.22 against him. He does struggle versus lefties, but he's dominating versus right-handers, which is why I'm not worried about Rhomberg as we lead off the top of the 9th. Rhomberg, a line drive right at Wags, and he makes the play. Nicely done by Wagner. 1 down. Here's Karl Pagel. Pagel batting 215 versus left-handers. And a base hit to center. Can never go easy. Next up, runner on first. I can't imagine Pagel's going to be trying to steal. Gosh, I should guard the lines. That's the right thing to do. Here's Von Hayes, runner on first. 1 down. Striking him out. Nicely done by Rucker. Okay. It's going to leave it up to Dan Pasqua. Does not have a hit versus left-handers. He did walk against Cappy. This is for the ball game. And he was stealing. Karl Pagel with a 74 speed attempted to steal second base, and Parrish threw him out. Oh, man, I forgot about the robot race. Let's do that right now. Let's get right at it. I got so excited, I totally forgot. We're going to do that right now. We've got James K. and Tony A. Those are the two competing today to face against Russ. Here is the robot race for today with flipping it over to the super full screen. Okay. Sorry about that. Just got excited in the close matchup. We got Tony A at the top. We got James K at the bottom. Winner moves on. The loser, it becomes spare parts. 45 seconds on the clock. We're going to count down from 3 and get this race started. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bow. Tony A out of the start pretty quickly with an early lead. James K humming along, smile on his triangle head, pulling alongside of Tony A, maybe thinking about a drive-by. Nope, he's moving right past him. No weapons in this matchup. Tony A's falling back, and usually what happens is the guy that falls back is the guy that makes a run for it at the end. 14 seconds to go, and Tony A takes a commanding lead with 10 seconds back. Will James come through? 6, 5. What? James gave up. 3, 2. There's James K. Trying to make a race of it. I don't know what he was thinking. As Tony A is the winner, he will move on. Congratulations to Tony A. And let's go ahead and add Tony A to the spreadsheet here. And then we'll take a look at the box score and all that stuff. My apologies. It's been 9 games since we did this. So I'm a little out of practice. There we go. Okay, Tigers win 2-1. Congratulations to Tony. We get back in the win column. Maybe a trade offer as it's thinking about it here. We will we'll consider any trades. We need a starter. We need a closer. As it's still thinking about it. Oh, there's nothing. It was just chewing on it there for a minute. Let's take a look at the standings. We have a 2.5 game lead over the Yankees, who just made that big trade for a starting pitcher. We still have a month and a half before we get Petrie back. Take a look at transactions. We'll go back to all types, 82, all teams. And Tom Spencer retired. Kind of a nobody. And then Jay Johnstone retired. Famous for his baseball cards, are pretty famous, I guess. The one where he's wearing the Budweiser umbrella hat. Bill Kruger goes on the IL for 7 days, and Pedro Guerrero of the Dodgers is going to miss 5. So nothing major there. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Tigers win 2-1. Player of the game. Who is it going to be? We scored the winning run on a ground ball. Do we give it to Tom Filer going 3-0? I think we need to give it to him. He had 9 Ks. It's going to be Tom Filer. 3-0. Great performance. 9 Ks. Each reliever had a strikeout. 12 total strikeouts for Tigers pitchers. Dave Rucker gets his 10th save, moves into double digits. Thanks, Tom Brookens, for the error. Always appreciate that. Rick Waits goes to 0-3. Don Cooper absolutely crushing it. We should see if we can get him in a deal. All right, we're going to come back tomorrow with Game 2 of the 3-game series and the final robot race of the first round tomorrow. Until then, everyone, have a great night.